Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Quick Learning. So now our topic of presentation is businessman versus entrepreneur. So this is a very commonly asked question by you people and very important and very basic knowledge for a business student or even if you are planning to do your business. So basic definition is like businessman is set up ideas with existing ideas, but an entrepreneur should be that starts with a new and a creative idea. This is the basic difference. If someone asks you in one line definition, so this is a one liner definition. Then these are the detailed version of differences between them. So in a businessman, definition should be a businessman is an individual who operates or states a business with the same old business idea. But an entrepreneur is an individual with an exclusive idea to initiate and establish a new venture. Then market state. So a businessman should be a market player, but an entrepreneur should be a market leader. Then market. So a businessman makes his place in a market, but an entrepreneur creates a market. How? Because obviously, if he is giving us something creativity and some creative solution, then obviously he creates a demand in the market, in our customers and in their consumers. Then risk factor. The risk factor of businessman is less, but in entrepreneur it is approximately high. Then we have procedure. So the procedure in businessman is like old and traditional and ordinary, but the entrepreneur procedure should be unconventional. That's why he is a market leader. Then focus. The focus of businessman is profit, only and only profit and money. But the focus of entrepreneur is like employee, customer, public, their satisfaction, and to build a relationship with them. Like its approach is more customer oriented. Then competition. So the businessman, the competition is extremely high because obviously he is selling the same old techniques and same old products. So obviously many people adopt this product. So competition is high, but an entrepreneur, the competition is low because of his creativity. Then some real life examples of such entrepreneurs are Bill Gates, that is founder of Microsoft, then Mark Zuckerberg, that is co-founder of Facebook, then Larry Page, who is co-founder of Google, then Steve Jobs, that is the co-founder of Apple. And the examples of businessmen are numerous. You can see even in your street, someone even is selling vegetables or fruits. He is also a businessman. Someone is running a supermarket. He is also a businessman. So the list go on and on. Then the key differences between businessman and an entrepreneur. So before I tell you about the differences in a more simplified manner and in a one term, you can say one or two words. But now if anyone wants you the differences in some paragraph for your long questions or even for your paper, then this is the differences in more detailed form. So a person who brings his unique idea to run a startup company is known as an entrepreneur, and a businessman is a person who starts a business on an old concept of idea. So this is the repetition of the previous slide, but in a more detailed version for you people to understand. Because if you have zero knowledge between them, so it will help you to understand more precisely. So a businessman makes his place in a market with his efforts and dedication, whereas an entrepreneur creates the market for his own business. Then, the third difference is the businessman is a market player, while entrepreneur is a market leader because he is the first to start such kind of enterprise. Then, the nature of a businessman is calculative, but an entrepreneur is intuitive. So, this is a very good example of businessman versus entrepreneur. Like a businessman sells a banana, if he buys it from $1.5, he sells it at $2. So the profit will be only $0.5. But an entrepreneur, by doing a creativity, he either make a banana juice or shake or an ice cream and sell it at a $5. So he will earn a lot more profit than a businessman. Then, so as the businessman follows the footsteps of other businessmen, the possibility of failure is very less, which is just opposite in the case of entrepreneur, because he is giving a unique and a different idea. So obviously the failure chances are more. Then a businessman uses traditional methods to run the business, but an entrepreneur applies unconventional methods for the same. So a businessman is oriented towards profit. However, entrepreneur is a people focused. In essence, he gives more importance to his employees, customers, and the public. The businessman faces extreme competition because it is very difficult to gain a competitive position in an already existing market, which is not in the case of an entrepreneur. So, conclusion from this presentation, we conclude that a businessman is a businessman, but an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur, an organizer, a risk taker, a manager at the same time. The former focuses on competition, but the latter, who is an entrepreneur, gives emphasis on coordination and cooperation of all the resources. So, these are the basic difference between both of them. So, that's all from my side. Thank you. Kindly subscribe to my channel.